Hey, welcome back with another video. Today we're gonna react to You're Lying. Stephen A. Smith fires back at LeBron for calling him out. First take. Let's get it. I don't even know what's going on. My girl just told me about this. So like we about to hop on this and we about to see what's going on with LeBron. I don't know. Do y'all think LeBron better than Michael Jordan? I think so. I think he's better than Michael Jordan. Start some shit in the comments just to get y'all mad.
Which leads obviously to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh yeah, we're watching. Yeah, we're watching.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're seeing it as well.
So this, he literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it. Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait till the video to drop so you could address it, it's your ass. Like seriously, it's, and like I know he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. And when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players.
I can't believe I bought a broken mouth. At least you were a double mouth with me, Captain.
I feel like hearing the video. I don't feel like hearing all that. All right, we're back. We're back in a second.
What a time.
So, he attacked LeBron's household. Is that what I'm getting from this? That's how LeBron feels about it. So, Stephen A. Smith is a very controversial person because he has a lot of things to say that's very controversial. So, let's see what he's got to say about what LeBron just said. You're on a Taylor Swift one, buddy. That's how he addressed it. Let's see what he got to say.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to First Take. Thank you for being with us. That is Stephen A. Smith. I'm Molly Karam. Stephen A., in case you didn't know, P-Mac sat down with LeBron for an hour plus, obviously addressed a lot of stuff, and I'm assuming you'd also like to address some things.
Oh, no. Number one, congratulations to Pat McAfee. First of all, anybody would have gotten that interview. I take no issue with the job that Pat McAfee did. Having LeBron James on his show, anybody would have done that. The questions that he asked was more than appropriate. Outstanding job by him and his team. No doubt about that. Let's get to LeBron James. So LeBron James decides who really, outside of this crew, doesn't really have any friends in media. Suddenly, he's going to be in Indianapolis, drive into the country, and go and do a show that comes on immediately after First Take. Clearly, they were looking at it and they used the Steve Nash, the upcoming Mind Your Game podcast with Steve Nash to disguise what his real agenda was, which was to address me. Because he continues to lie to the world about what I said and who I was pointing the finger at.
Okay.
To regurgitate an obvious point, when I talked about Bronny James early in the season and I highlighted the fact that at that particular moment in time he simply was not ready, I was calling out LeBron James. LeBron James never addresses that with anybody. For some reason, no one ever asked him about that. Wasn't it you who said that Bronny James was better than some players in the NBA right now before he was even drafted? Wasn't it you who said, if you want me, draft my son? Because you wanted to play with your son for 1 year? Wasn't it you who literally circumvented meritocracy within the National Basketball Association and got the entire media world and the NBA and, of course, the Lakers organization to buy in on that? LeBron...
He's throwing some points out there. He's throwing some points. LeBron did say all those things. It's actually interesting. He's making some good points right now.
James did all of that. That is the person I was talking about as a father. Not the father in Brentwood or Bel Air or wherever else he has homes. I'm talking about the father that shows up at Crypto.com arena. Last time I checked, Bronny James is a professional basketball player. LeBron James won on national television yesterday and lied. He said that I have no problem with you talking about the I pointed to LeBron James and the fact that you've circumvented a meritocracy just to get your wish at the expense of the credibility of the league in a lot of people's eyes. That's talking about you. That's not talking about your son. And then he goes about the business of taking it a step further. First of all, let's understand something to it.
He's not the type of person that seemed like you want to get into a debate with because he seemed like he's ready. He's like me. He's ready. Man, this is good.
The viewing public in America and beyond. This was planned. Rich Paul was on Pat McAfee's show about 10 days earlier, whatever. Rich Paul, for everybody that knows, is the man, the founder of Clutch Sports. He's a strategic thinker. He didn't go there by accident. You're there talking with Pat McAfee, and the next thing you know, within 2 weeks, after obviously a negotiation took place, LeBron James is on it. We know a negotiation took place because we understand that since LeBron had uninterrupted, or whatever the hell it was called, he's been about control. He's been about making sure that things are his way. Us, as the media members, know it because of how his behavior has changed since he's had his own media outlet in terms of how he treats the media. But we won't focus on that too much this particular moment. In the aftermath of that interview, what does he do? He puts out some page about me, boxing and all of this other stuff from a decade ago with 2 torn rotator cuffs. Fine, no problem. It's very, very embarrassing video. I'll be the first to say and all that stuff, even though I like it to be.
That's petty of him to do that. That's very petty of him to do. I give him that. It's very petty.
Up there, because if people think I want to throw hands like that, that's how I throw hands. Knock yourself out. I'm good with it. I know that the man I am today is not the man that I was a decade ago, physically or beyond. I can tell you that. So we get that out the way. Why do I bring that up? Because that's how petty you've become. You're LeBron James. You that butthurt over the things that I'm saying, that you would post that video. When has LeBron James ever done something like that? But suddenly you're doing that as it pertains to me. This man is in his feelings. I wonder why. Could it be because I don't believe you're the GOAT? Because I'll never believe you're the GOAT? Because I have you number 2 at all times? Do I have to have ESPN and First Take put up the ticker tape right now and say, yo, could you put that up there, please? Great father, great husband, great philanthropist, great businessman, great director, great producer, great host, great basketball player, great leader. I mean, my God, I have done everything but put diapers and a bib on this brother. But it ain't enough. Because one thing matters to him and one thing only, and that's him being recognized as the greatest of all times. Well, you're not, in my book.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with him not thinking that he's not the greatest. There's nothing wrong with that.
Belongs to Michael Jordan. Where would I get that from? Let's count the ways.
I said at the beginning, in his book, he's not. I think he's greater than LeBron. I think he's greater than Michael Jordan, in my opinion. But let's see his opinion on why he's not.
So we have a situation where we're looking at LeBron James breaking all these records, and we're conveniently forgetting that he's in his 22nd year. But Jordan did all of this pretty much in his first 13, although he had 15 years. He only came back for the final 2 years because he wanted to be an owner, and part of the stipulation with Abe Pollard, then the owner of the Washington franchise, was that he be a part of the team and play and generate revenue and interest, etc.
Oh, my God.
Ultimately become an owner. It was really his first 13 years. Yet, still in all, here we are in the year 2025.
Yeah, keep in mind, though, LeBron is playing with a LeBron is playing with a better player. Back then, the players that Michael Jordan were playing against weren't the same as the people that LeBron are playing against now. They are way more fit, way more agile, way more ready in this era. Like, I think LeBron is more of a GOAT for that reason. But, I mean, I digress on what he's about to say.
Decades after Michael Jordan has retired, while LeBron James is still playing, and LeBron James is still...
What? What you say, babe? Oh, I thought she wanted to comment. Never mind.
Title shy of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is 6. LeBron James has 4. He does have as many finals losses as Michael Jordan has wins. He has 6 finals losses. He has 4 championships. Let me continue. Michael Jordan, NBA Finals MVP, 6, the most all time. LeBron James, 4, despite having played a minimum of 7 more seasons than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, regular season MVP, 5, tied for second all time with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. LeBron James, 4. Once again, he comes up short to Michael Jordan. All NBA first team, 10 of 15 seasons, 67% for James over the course of 22 years. Defensive Player of the Year. Michael Jordan captured that once. That has never been an honor bestowed upon LeBron James. All-NBA Defensive First Team. 9, tied for most all-time to LeBron James 5. He's still 4 short despite having a minimum of 7 more seasons. Scoring titles, 10-1. LeBron James does have an assist title. Michael Jordan never did that. Michael Jordan led the league in steals on 3 occasions. He's had 9 NBA record, 9 game-winning buzzer beaters. LeBron, as of last night, has 8. So still in your 22nd season, you haven't caught up to Michael Jordan, okay? What I'm saying to you is that these are basketball things that I'm mentioning. Who got personal? LeBron. He's lying when he says that I attacked his son. When he came up to me courtside at the Lakers-Knicks game, he was lying then. He threw me off guard because he said, you can't be pooping on my son because we have the FCC airways. You can't be doing that. I didn't know what he was talking about.
Oh, man, LeBron got in his face and everything. Oh, my God. But, hey, Stephen A. Smith just made a good point. I ain't gonna lie. He just made a good point. Definitely has a good point there. I still think LeBron is better because LeBron is in a more, it's just a more advanced era, you know, and to be able to be as dominant as he is in a more advanced era, I just think it still doesn't say too overall. Like, I don't know. He definitely made a good argument, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Kind of almost damn near changed my opinion.
Threw me off. And he came up to me and said, what the hell are you doing talking about me as a father? I would say it's because of what you were doing with your son on the basketball court for public consumption. That's fair game. His son plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't wish any harm upon Bronny. I believe in Bronny. I didn't say anything about him until that one time, January 29th. And I never bothered him before or after. I just stated a point in fact. We want to forget that. We want to forget that other people were pointing to his legitimacy or lack thereof as a McDonald's All-American. We want to point to LeBron James, and we don't want to bring up the fact that he was the one that said on the record, my son is better than some NBA players right now. You want me, draft my son. We want to conveniently forget that. I'm not doing that. I cover this sport. This is what I do. And if LeBron James wants to see me continue to cover the sport, or he wants to have a problem with me continuously cover the sport, but LeBron James at the end of the day wants to come at me, and he's walking around pouting. Why would he be pouting? The man is 22. He is universally recognized as the Mount Rushmore of basketball. He is unquestionably one of the greatest players to have ever played basketball. I have him top 2. Stab me in the chest. Crucify me. Throw me in jail. Of the thousands upon thousands of players who have played in NBA history, I have this man number 2 overall in the history of basketball, despite Kareem Abdul-Jabbar being a 19-time All-Star, a 6-time champion, a 6-time league MVP. It was the greatest, the most trusted move, offensive move in NBA history with the skyhook. I still have him ahead of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's not enough. So much so that you go this route. It's very unfortunate that he has done this. It's very unfortunate that he has tried to ostracize me amongst the NBA community and the sports world and beyond, talking about how I talk about I'm pooping on the players and all of this other stuff. They don't bring up all the time we praise the players. I applaud them when they win. I criticize them when they're messing up in an effort to make sure that you don't do it again. I'm not wishing anybody to fail, but I have to call it how I see it because I have to.
Sounds fair. Sounds fair to me. It sounds like everything he's saying is fair. I don't know. I don't understand LeBron's frustration right now.
An audience to answer to. These players, I don't get paid to talk to you. I get paid to talk about you. But I am happy to talk to you anytime you want to. I offered LeBron James that opportunity in his camp years ago. They passed. I said, I'll come wherever you want me to come. You don't have to come on my platform. I'll come on yours. He passed. I said, I don't want any editing. I want the audience. I want America. I want the world to hear it live, authentic, and in living color. I can say that to him right now. Ain't nobody hiding. But the bottom line is, I don't anticipate he's going to take me up on that offer just for the same reason he came up to me courtside instead of meeting me in the back in the locker room so we could talk man to man. He doesn't want a rebuttal. He doesn't want any pushback. He just wants to say what he said like he did on courtside and then depart, but looks right up to the camera that's behind us that I never saw, who was filming it all along. The man orchestrates stuff. The man will smile in your face, and he's got his back, ready to stab you in it. It's who he has been. It's who I have known him to be. It's why he doesn't like me, because he knows I know it, and it's why I certainly don't like him. But it's not going to stop me from being professional at all times. America, the world, I work for ESPN. I will not dishonor this network. I will not dishonor this profession by being unprofessional when it comes to somebody I don't like. Just because I don't like you as a person doesn't mean I cannot appreciate your unquestionable, undeniable, unparalleled greatness. I know who LeBron James is and what he has meant to basketball, but I also know how he's alienated a lot of folks along the way. I'm not the only one. I'm just one of the few that is in a position to speak up about it. The brother ain't scaring me. Ain't nobody shivering this way. I don't care what he feels or what he has to say.
Woo! Yeah, he's speaking right now. I like this. This is good. This is really good. He's speaking the
I
truth.
stand by the things that I said. I have never, ever gone after somebody's family, and I would never do that. And he is creating this narrative because he can't accept the fact that I won't kiss the ring and acknowledge him as the greatest ever. Why? Because he is not. He had to learn to win. His heart got snatched right out of his chest in an NBA Finals series against the Dallas Mavericks in 2011 when he went four straight fourth quarters. He averaged 2.2 points per quarter. Two of those games, he didn't even score a point. One of those games, he didn't even attempt a field goal in the fourth quarter. That's a go? Maybe it is to somebody else. It's not to me. I stand by what I said.
Nah, you just contradict yourself. He's still a GOAT. It's just he didn't do good in that game. You critique him for not doing good in that game, but he's still a GOAT. I got to correct you on that, Stephen A. Smith.
Appreciate him. I hope the Lakers win. I'd rather be in L.A. than someplace else come June. I'm not rooting against him, and I'm not rooting against him. But it is what it is. We stand where we stand. You do what you do. I do what I do. But when you come into this lane, my brother, it's the equivalent of me stepping on a basketball court going up against you, asking you not to shoot a jump shot or whatever. This is my lane, bro. And anytime you want to get down, we can get down. I have no problem debating him. I have no problem showing up in front of an audience. I'll show up on his damn show. It doesn't matter. I have a right to believe that Michael Jordan is the greatest ever and LeBron James is number 2. I have the right to feel that way without him feeling like I called him everything but a child of God and then accusing me and my reputation and my character of going after somebody else's family. I don't do that. I never would. I would have dishonored this network. I would have dishonored Disney. I would have dishonored the NBA that I've covered for over a quarter of a century. And I would have dishonored myself. He ain't worth it. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to call it like the hell I see it. And that's the way it has been. That is the way it is. And that is the way it is going to stay. Because
Woo! I like how he's speaking, man. He real.
bottom line, last point is this. The day he came up to me was the day my new contract was announced. So he knows, like everybody else, it's going to be a little while before I go away. I was here before he got here in 2003. And in all likelihood, I'm going to be here when he's gone. You got to deal with that, bro. Plain and simple. It ain't a crime for Michael Jordan to be a GOAT. But clearly, it's a crime with him. And he goes through all of these histrionics and all of this other stuff with Pat McAfee. Be my damn guest. Love Pat McAfee. Show. Great job. Any other show on ESPN, y'all continue to do what you do. But LeBron James coming on any show, on this network or any other, doesn't escape me. Let's go on with first two.
Okay, we're 17 minutes in, so I'm actually going to go to break. But you're good, Stephen A?
I'm very good. Very
Okay.
good.
I'm glad you're very...
That man, I ain't gonna lie. He spoke. He was speaking right there. Yeah. I mean that's his opinion. That's his point. He's allowed to have that. 100%. Y'all. All right, y'all. I'm out. Love that one. I really did love that one. That was really good. I still feel like LeBron is one of the. I feel like LeBron is number 1. I think he's over Michael, even with all his points. I still think like if Michael would have been placed in this era, Michael would have been a little different on how he played the ball game. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's go. Peace.